Science has managed to answer many questions that we've had since eternity, but there's still some things science simply can't explain. If you've ever sat up at night wondering which mysteries still remain unsolved, you've landed on the right video. We'll be going through the top 10 mysterious discoveries that science still can't explain. Number 10. Jean Hillard, the Frozen Girl. On one of the coldest nights of the year, in a Minnesota town in 1980, the body of a woman named Jean Hillard had completely frozen over after she got into an accident. When the body was taken to the hospital, she was assumed dead, and her skin was so deeply frozen that the doctors couldn't even inject a needle into her to take blood samples. But miraculously, Jean started to move a little as the ice on her body thawed, and after a few months, she was completely healthy. No one knows how she survived, but her story fascinated people around the world. Number 9. Man of Laventa. Man of Laventa was discovered in Mexico in 1947. The archaeology site there uncovered about 17 absolutely massive heads from under the soil, all of which were constructed with great detail in mind. No one knows who built these heads, why they were built, and how it would have even been possible to build these heads, keeping in mind the technological limitations of the past. Number 8. Coriactis Geester. The Coriactis Geester is quite a unique and rare type of mushroom that looks somewhat like a cigar before blooming into the shape of a flower. While the look of these mushrooms is unique, the truly crazy thing is that they've only grown in two places: Japan and Texas? These two unlikely locations that have no geographical similarities at all are the only two places on Earth where these mushrooms grow, and scientists have no idea why that is. Number 7. Saturn's North Pole. Saturn is one of the craziest planets in our solar system, primarily due to the features of its rings. One unique feature about Saturn that was recently discovered is the hexagon-shaped red North Pole that looks like a storm and is about twice the size of the Earth on Saturn. Scientists haven't been able to figure out what's causing the strange occurrence, but we can't wait to find out. Number 6. Lost City in the Kalahari Desert. In South Africa's iconic Kalahari Desert, there have always been legends about a lost city with some amazing art and wildlife nearby. These legends can be traced back to the 1800s, but nothing in this city was ever discovered until 2016. Carved rocks that resembled the original legends were discovered by a professor in search of the lost city. No one has been able to confirm whether the carved rocks are real or not, but they don't seem like they were carved recently. Number 5. Carroll A. Deering Ship. Carroll A. Deering was a ship that was found aground in North Carolina in 1921. The ship had no passengers, crew, or anyone on board. The stocks were filled with fresh food, despite there being seemingly no recent human activity on the ship for a long time. No one knows how Carroll A. Deering made it aground, and why it was empty, and it became one of the biggest maritime mysteries of all time. Number 4. Mummies in San Bernardino, Colombia. While mummies in ancient Egypt might not seem out of place, mummies in Colombia are something neither historians nor scientists expected. The mummies were discovered after a local cemetery had completely flooded in 1957. Workers were cleaning up the mess when they came across fully preserved mummies, which even had their clothing preserved. Number 3. Braylorn Museum Picture. Located in the Braylorn Museum, this picture is said to have been taken sometime in 1941 during the opening of the Gold Bridge in Canada. While the scene seems pretty standard of the 1940s, you'll notice that one man seems to be in a getup that resembles today's fashion, with a hoodie, sunglasses, and no hat, rather than the fashion of the 1940s. Could this be some sort of time traveler? We may never know. Number 2. Yonaguni Monument. The Yonaguni Monument is a rock formation that's located in Japan. It was first discovered in the 1980s by divers who were looking for sharks, as they came across an Atlantis-like structure that looked man-made. The formations had features like pillars, stairs, and other man-made features, but no one knows how the rocks naturally got these formations, as scientists concluded that there was no ancient settlement there ever.
We may never know the true story of the Yonaguni Monument, as even scientists still seem to be confused by it. Number 1. Voynic Manuscript. The Voynic manuscript was purchased by a man named Wilfrid Voynic at an antique market in Europe. Voynic thought the manuscript seemed strange, as the language it was written in didn't seem to resemble any of the nearby languages. As it turned out, the Voynic manuscript was an ancient piece of text related to astrology that's written in a language that no one knows anything about. Throughout the 20th century, there have been attempts to decipher the manuscript, but they've all failed. That's a wrap for the 10 mysterious discoveries science still can't explain. What are your answers to some of these strange discoveries? Let us know in the comments below. As always, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel. See you next time.